left sideline, and that's going to be completed for first down.
We're live.
Did you test real quick?
No, we already tested.
So we're good.
You're on.
Our mics are off right now. We're gonna go on for both in about when they come out.
Yeah, like 125 or something like that. Probably sooner, to be honest. I'll just text T. Scott.
No. What? We don't want to go on yet. They have to cap and stuff.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Staples isn't even out yet. But
That mute button doesn't work on that.
I know. So our volume's all the way down.
Oh.
You do hear us?
This is kind of tough. What?
Lights don't work, so they hear us when I say we just don't talk.
The mute doesn't work.
Neither of these work.
It's all business for the next 3 hours.
What?
I know. You're texting?
Welcome in to the studios of 70 North Ave. We are live here on WWPT 90.3 FM. I'm Mason Tobias, joined alongside me, my good friend Jack Jacob. And man, oh man, what a game we got for you today. Number 6, Staples Wreckers on the road visiting the number 5 team in the state, the Darien Blue Wave. Jack, how are we feeling for this one?
You know, Mason, anytime that it's 80 degrees in the beginning of October means that it's a great day, and it means it's an even better day for some fall football.
Nothing better than some fall football. First matchup here between Darien and Staples in over 7 years since 2018. So really excited. I think it's going to be a great one today.
Yeah, you know, I heard a stat that they've played about 60 times in the past 60 years, and Staples has the edge in that series. So,
slight edge, yeah.
Slight edge. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, got a few key storylines in this game. Last week, both teams are 3-0. Both had huge wins last week. Staples coming off that crazy comeback win against West Haven, winning 35-34. Mickey Ross, a.k.a. Mickey Boom, with the game-winning field goal, come down to the wire. And Darien with winning 28-21 versus Massac, another comeback win. It's going to be a great game today, no matter what.
Yeah, you know, I mean, really this one's just going to be competitive. It's going to come down to, Darien's defense, how that's going to play a factor. It's going to come down to special teams. Staples has been electric on special teams, blocking about 4 or 5 punts this season already, and also having a big return by Charlie Clark last week for about 80 yards, and get the job done as we stand here for the national anthem
here. Number 6, Wes Gallen takes
Mickey Ross. And, I would make an argument that the special teams is the most important part of this record team, and they've just been impactful, making impact after impact. Mickey Ross making his kicks, the defensive line making their blocks, and just it's electric.
Yeah. Here's Mickey Ross with about 10 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Big drive coming up for the Blue Wave. Mickey Ross to kick it off. Here's Ross with the kick. And it's a boom. It's going to go back all the way into the back of the end zone. Wow. He's got a leg on him. I mean, I don't want to talk about him the whole game, but it feels like I might have to.
Yeah, I mean, just Mickey Ross is just it's a guy to talk about, and, he just makes an impact every single play, and it seems like we're always circling back to Mickey Ross. Mickey Boomin is actually what they call him.
Yeah, that is what they call him. But down at the Westport, Connecticut is what he is referred to, Mickey Boom. If you live in Westport, you're going to know Mickey Boom.
Yeah, Mason, I think one of the keys for the Wreckers to continue to dominate this game, as they have so far, is for this defensive line and these linebackers to get some action going.
For sure. Big drive coming up. Here's Jay Francese. He's going to take the snap at around the 20-yard line. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be a solid gain of about 5 yards. There he is, number 21, Liam Bortel, the starting running back. Not sure why that's only his first carry of the game, but he's been starting. He's a junior. He's been starting as the starting running back since last year. So he's going to come out here, but a good run from him of about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, and, I really like Bortel. I like the way he runs. He's no Chaz Darby, but he's definitely an impact player for this Darien Blue Wave.
For sure. Second down at about 5 for the Blue Wave. Here's Francese, the shotgun formation. Levine motioning, motion again. Takes the snap. It's going to be another handoff to Levine. He's got some space, and it's going to be a nice rally from the Wreckers. Gavin Meyer in pursuit there for another gain of about, I'm going to say they're about 1 yard short of the first down here, third and short. Wonder what they go with here. I think they'll probably try to run it up the gut.
Yeah, I mean, we may see another 4th and short here again, and we'll see if Darien decides to make that decision to punt it again, if that does happen. But, that'll be very interesting to see if Darien continues to punt on 4th and short. I
mean, I'm not really sure how they're going to score points if they just keep punting, but, I think they're just trying to stay in. It looks like they're just trying to stay in this football game, keep it a low-scoring game, and make the Wreckers make a mistake. Here's a motion by the Blue Wave. Big 3rd and short coming up here. Francese takes the snap. He's going to hand it off, and that's going to be a first down for number 21, Liam Bortel. Nice run there for the Blue Wave. I think that's their first down of the game, other than on penalties.
Yeah, and Pillai makes that tackle there, and Pillai's been everywhere today. Unfortunately, that's a Darien first down.
For sure. you see a little new life coming to the stadium after that first down. Some claps coming on from this side, from the Darien. It's going to be a first down at about the Staples 35-yard line. Francesi back. Shotgun formation. Here's another run to number. Meyer stops him at the line.
And Meyer.
Gavin Meyer, what a tackle. Man, is that kid a stud, let me tell you.
Wow, and Meyer gets up, steps over him, and gives a little flex. And, Gavin Meyer has also been an impact player on this defense as he goes one-on-one with number 21 and makes the big tackle.
Huge tackle there by Meyer. It's going to be about a gain of about a half a yard, setting up a 2nd and long here for the Blue Wave. If I was Gavin Meyer's grandparents listening in, I'd be pretty proud of my grandson now.
Very proud. Extra birthday money is what I would say.
For sure. 2nd and 9 here for the Blue Wave. Francesi. Shotgun formation. He takes a snap. It's going to be another run to number 21, Liam Bortel, and it's going to be a gain of about a yard. Big scuffle going on there.
Yeah, and Mason, a lot of the guys on this Wrecker O-line are also on this Wrecker D-line. And what I've seen as a common theme is that you see Chaz Darby get the ball on the offense, and once the play stops, you see these linemen keep pushing. And right there, you see it work out for them on the defense side of the ball as Darien tries to get a push going, and the Wreckers just push back.
Yeah, Bortel comes out to the sideline, looks a bit frustrated there. But, so many guys play both sides of the ball for the Wreckers. I wonder if later in this game it's gonna affect them in a big way. Here's a 3rd and long for the Blue Wave. Big play here for Francesi. 3 receivers to his left. Here comes number 4, McGarren in motion. He takes the snap. He's looking to the left sideline. He's got a man, but that's going to be incomplete. Not a good throw there from Francesi. It's going to bring up 4th and 8, and that's going to be a punt. Another punt for the Blue Wave.
And, Mason, just another common theme here is that Francesi seems to be having trouble hitting his targets. And, Francesi is a very athletic guy. He can use his legs. He can get out of the pocket. He can scramble, get you 10, 15 yards with his feet. But the big question for the Darien franchise is Francesi the guy with the arm? And I don't know, Mason, not seeing great things from him so far in this one.
He's going to have to step it up if the Blue Wave want a chance to win this one. It's going to be another punt. Number 6, Wes Scallon. Number 4, Hulky back to return.
Gallon getting more action than anybody in this one.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a punt. It's very high. It's going to go out of bounds at about the Wrecker. Okay, they mark it at the 43-yard line. The guy just keeps on going. The 43-yard line of Staples. They're going to have great field position here.
Yeah, just not a good punt from Wes Gallon here today. And, you saw that first punt. He pins the Wrecker offense within the 15-yard line, but he just can't repeat that on the next 2 punts.
He punted it 60 yards in the first one. I'm not sure if he was going to be able to repeat that every time, but if he is, then it's
might have a new Mickey Boomin on our hands.
No one's quite that good yet. Here comes Nick Weil on the Wrecker offense out. A thing to be noticing here is I've seen about Jules Cicero he hasn't got any targets yet, but he's been in there, not now, but about 6 or 7 plays, and he didn't play at all last week. Nick Weil pulls it back. He's got a man over the middle, and that's Charlie Clark for a first down. Wreckers.
Yeah, and Mason, something that I want to see here, especially from quarterback Nick Weil, is I want to see this Wrecker offense give him a chance to take a shot down the field. That's exactly what they do there on a nice little 15-yard gain for the Wreckers. And, if we can see that wild deep ball that we all know and love, that would be just great.
That's the thing I've noticed with this Wrecker offense this year is not a lot of deep ball shots. I think we might be in gear for one here this drive, hopefully. Here's Weil in that pistol formation. He hands it off to Darby. He's running loose. Nice run there for Darby on first down. Get about a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, and that time Darby can't break the tackle, but you just see the way he runs the ball. It's just absolutely electric, and it's hard not to glaze a guy like that. Very Mahomey of him.
For sure, Jack. So interesting is Chaz Darby hurt all of last year. I think this is basically his first this year, all his first carries. If he wasn't hurt last year, maybe he would have been a starter last year. But if I was the coach, he looks pretty good to me.
He really does.
2 receivers to his right and 2 receivers to his left. Weil takes the snap. It's going to be a screen pass, and it's dropped by Darby.
And,
not a great look there for the Wreckers.
Yeah, I think the one thing, and I saw this in warm-ups too, the one thing about Chaz Darby's game that may not be as complete is his receiving game, and, not much of a receiving back, and that's where I draw comparisons back to David Montgomery. Not really great getting the ball, catching the ball, but when he gets the ball in the flat, they hand it off to him, he's going to be electric.
You don't want to tackle those guys.
You really don't.
You don't want to tackle David Montgomery or Chaz Darby.
I would say more so Chaz Darby.
You could say that. Here's Nick Weil, big 3rd down and 6 for the Wreckers. Halke in motion. Nick Weil takes a snap, rolling out to his right. He's got a man. He's looking downfield. What a throw to Charlie Clark. What a dot by Nick Weil.
And Nick Weil,
down Wreckers.
Nick Weil, using that athleticism, using his versatility, gets out of the pocket and throws a dart to Charlie Clark. And that's exactly what we need to see from Nick Weil here today if he wants to make an impact on this game and bounce back from last week. And I love what we're seeing here so far from Nick Weil, just absolutely controlling this game with every sense. His tempo, his throws, his handoffs, just everything is going great for the Wrecker offense and Nick Weil.
Great Wrecker drive here. They're about the Darien 25-yard line. 5 minutes remaining. 3-0 Staples. The I formation here from Nick Weil. He's going to hand it off to Darby. He's going to get about 2 yards up the middle. Good defense there by the Blue Wave.
Yeah, and if I'm this Wrecker offense, I would have thrown it on 1st and 10 there, 2 big passes by Nick Weil, 2 big completions, and, I would keep testing your luck in the pass game and continue to see Nick Weil make big throws and big plays for the Wreckers.
Big drive here for the Wreckers. They got to get in the end zone, make this 2-score game because they've been outplaying the Darien all game. Nick Weil back to throw. He's got, looks to be Halke over the middle. No, that's Connor Petrosino, number 2. Nice throw by Weil. He's going to bring up a 3rd down here for the Wreckers. Big play. But we know they're at the 25-yard line. We know they're in field goal range, that's for sure.
100%, and I think something that may be going undiscovered because of the way that Nick Weil has been able to use his legs so far in this game is that Ryan Gately and this Blue Wave D-line has been doing their job, and they've been getting to the quarterback. And, this Wrecker offensive line needs to do a better job here to keep their quarterback safe. And
big 3rd down. You got to have good protection here on Gately. Look for a double team there. Weil's got 3 receivers to his left. He's got Darby with him. They look out to the sideline. Look like it's going to be a change of play by Coach Maddie.
We got about 3:30 left on the clock here.
Big 3rd down. Weil takes it. He's looking over. He's got McGeehan. That's going to be a Staples touchdown. Jake McGeehan. Nick Weil. What a catch. What a throw.
And, Mason, I said it earlier. If the Wreckers want to get going in this one, they got to find Jake McGeehan. He's their X factor in the offense. You've seen Justin Halke do it. You've seen Charlie Clark do it. Now it's Jake McGeehan's turn. And I love the way that Nick Weil and this Wrecker offense is getting going as you see Coach Maddie getting pumped on the sideline for the Wreckers.
You saw that route. You saw that route by McGeehan. Fake to the outside, ran the slant to the inside, had his guy tumbling. He didn't know where he was going on that one. Here comes out Mickey Ross. I mean, if you're watching, I don't really think you need to watch. I know where this one's going.
He could do this with his eyes closed.
For sure. And it's good. What's new? Mickey Ross.
No surprise there. And, this Wrecker offense is just absolutely rolling. And they're torching this Darien secondary, not making the great tackles, giving up big routes, and Jake McGeehan there. I mean, just can't say enough about that kid as an athlete. He's a big lacrosse player, big football player, and just making an impact early. And that's what you love to see from the Wrecker offense.
You see Ryan Gately coming out on the sideline. He looks not happy. He's yelling. He's throwing some stuff there. He does not look happy, and it's pretty quiet over here on the Darien sidelines. The parents not happy with the way. I haven't heard much from the student section, but, I mean, Staples has had the tempo and has controlled the ball this whole game long, really. But you know what, Jack? This is a huge drive. We got 3:23 remaining in the second quarter before halftime. Staples does receive the ball in the second half. Darien's got to have some offense. Got to make a big play here. They got to get. They haven't. I don't know. Does Chase Lane have a catch yet today?
I don't think he does.
Yeah, they got to get him the ball. And he's an athlete. He's going to make plays. They got to get him the ball. Look for that this drive.
Yeah, and Mason, we were talking about Ryan Gately getting fired up on the sideline, and if I'm Ryan Gately being a leader on this defense, and maybe one of the best players on this Darien team, he just needs to get his boys fired up, light a fire under their behinds.
Mickey Boom kicks it into the end zone again. I mean, it's just. I mean, what do you even say about this guy? He's the best kicker I've ever seen.
And, Ithaca is lucky to have a guy like Mickey Ross. He makes an impact. He makes an impact with his foot. and he's
You know
the
what,
best
Jack?
kicker in the
You know what,
state.
Jack? He keeps playing like this. He might not even need to go to college. The NFL might be calling him right then and there. That's how good he is.
Yeah, and that's unheard of. But I guess Mickey Boom is setting new standards for the kicking game.
Here comes out Jay Francesi and this Blue Wave offense. They really got to get going here. It's getting a little scary here for the Blue Wave. They got to make a drive. They're going to get it about the 20-yard line here. 3 receivers to his right. He's there with Liam Bortel, the running back. Takes the snap. He's going to pull it back. Oh, he's under some pressure. He's throwing, and that's just going to be a throwaway. Under lots of pressure there from number 56, Billy Quinn. Some guys call him Biggle.
Yeah, Mason, I'm just going to call someone out. I'm going to call out Jay Francesi, and I know he's not listening to me right now, but Jay, you got to step it up. And if Darien wants to win this game, the Darien quarterback has to step up, start making some plays here for Darien.
Yeah, for sure. You saw that early in the first half against Massick. He struggled a bit, but then he got it rolling there at the end of the first half, so maybe that'll happen again today. 2nd and 10 here for the Blue Wave. Francesi takes a snap. It's going to be a run there to Bortel. He's going to get a gain of about 5 yards. Going to bring out another 3rd down for the Blue Wave. I mean, it's just 3rd down after 3rd down. It's really hard to move the ball like that.
It really is, and I think Darien is going to have to start capitalizing on these 3rd downs, and they just can't. They just got to stop getting these 4th down plays where they got to make the decision between going for it or punting the ball. As Francesi's here with an empty backfield.
Yep.
For the
3
Blue
receivers
Wave.
to his right, 2 to his left. Francesi's going to look to take the snap. He gets the snap. He looks out to his right, then to his left, and it's no good. Incomplete. Targeting number 23, Jimmy Benedict. And that's going to be another 4th down for the Blue Wave, and they're going to have to punt it away again. 4th punt for the Blue Wave. Wow.
Yeah, and Mason, I just see Chase Lane and Ryan McGarren walking off the sideline, shaking their head, and they're frustrated to say the least. I mean, this record defense is doing a phenomenal job just executing on all fronts. And I love what the Wreckers are doing here as the punter for Darien is going to get even more action.
Yeah. No one on the field for Darien's getting more action than Wes Scallon. Got to have a big punt here to pin the Wreckers back in their own field position. Really quiet here at Darien. Here gets the snap. It's good. Not a great punt here. It's going to be a fair catch there by Hulke at the Wreckers' 46-yard line. About a punt of about 30 yards. Not great.
Yeah, Mason, you look over at the Wreckers' sideline and you see a solid amount of people there. Definitely not what we've seen from their first 3 games. But I will say, guys like Jeff Clacko, guys like Charlie Feldman and Aiden Labatine doing a great job of showing out for the Wrecker fans.
Yep, Jax Rosenberg, you see him over there. Big-time super fan for the Wreckers. Got 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here. If the Wreckers could get a touchdown here, they might lock in the game. I mean, going to get the ball at halftime too. I think they're going to want to keep the ball and not give it back to Darien. So look for a few runs early. Get the ball in Chaz Darby's hands. I formation. It's going to be a fake. He's looking over to Hulke. Oh, and he's got him! Justin Hulke running down. What a throw! What a catch! Touchdown, Wreckers! Wow!
And the Wreckers are just dominating. Nick Weil is stepping up, making the throws. Nick Weil making it look easy here. After a rough week last week, he is just doing a phenomenal job getting his receivers the ball, making the throws, stepping up in the pocket. And I love Nick Weil, and I love what he's doing here for the Wreckers.
What a catch by Hulke. Through a few Darien defenders, Weil fits it into that hole, and he makes the catch. Oh my, what a start and what a game by the Wreckers. 16-0. Mickey Ross out for the extra point. Got some Darien fans behind us. Looks like they're walking out. Not a great snap there. Doesn't really matter to Mickey. Boom. As he nails it through the upright. 17-0 Wreckers. This is domination, Jack. Wow. Darien sideline is stunned. They don't even know what to say. I mean, really, the Wreckers has just showed up today. Going to have about 2 minutes remaining here.
Yeah, I mean, the Wreckers just electric here. Mickey Boom is electric. Nick Weil is electric. Jake McGeehan is electric. And Justin Hulke is even more electric now with that touchdown catch. And Coach Matty doing a great job with his offense and just getting the boys fired up.
Offense, defense, special teams, it's all working for the Wreckers. Got about 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here. 54-yard touchdown there, while to Halke. Here comes out Mickey Boom for the kickoff. Darien has got to make something happen on this drive. It is getting scary for them. They don't get any points here. The Wreckers get the ball, like I said, in the second to start the second half. It's not looking good for them.
Not at all. And I want to see the Wreckers continue to keep their foot down on the gas pedal and just make a great stop here and maybe even try to get the ball back before the quarter ends. And, wow, this Wrecker team is just looking amazing here today.
Look at them on the sideline. They're all hyped up for Mickey. He's going to kick it up, and it's going to go into the end zone again. Mickey Ross, look at him just walking off the field. Oh, look at him with a little celebration. Mickey Ross. I mean, when you have the aura of Mickey Ross, you could really do anything you want, Jack.
You really can. And, you know, Mason, I just saw some maybe unnecessary contact over here on the closest sideline to the camera. As you see number 17 for Darien take a little bit of a questionable cheap shot over there on Hunter Pillai in special teams. And, you know, maybe that's them trying to get the team fired up. Maybe the Darien coach telling them to do that. But I just love the aggression in this game, and I love how the Wreckers are just bringing this energy and getting the boys hyped.
You know, Jack, nothing's better, you know, a basketball player when you're beating a team and you see them getting frustrated like that. Here comes Jay Francesi at the Darien 20-yard line. About 2 minutes remaining in this first half. He's going to hand it off to Levine. Gain of about 4 yards, but I mean that's really not going to do much here. There's 2 minutes left in the first half. They got to score a touchdown. They got to make plays, and they got to get the ball in number 7, Chase Land's hand. Over 100 yards receiving last week and a touchdown, at least one touchdown for him. So I think they got to get him the ball.
Yeah, and Mason, I mean, this offense is just dead. The student section is dead. The fans on the Darien side are dead, and they just need a spark to get lit under them in order to get going here.
Weird start there. It looks like it's going to be a false start for sure, as Francesi was looking to go deep there, but false start on the Blue Wave. It's going to bring it back to about a 2nd and 12 for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, and Mason, you see Ben Barger on the far side of the field just getting the boys hyped up, you know, swinging his arms back and forth.
Seeing a lot of that today, aren't we, Jack?
We are, and this Wrecker defense is just getting fired up, and the Wrecker defense is where this game starts for the Wreckers.
Let's go, D.
And Mason, I don't know if you can hear that, but the Wrecker sideline is getting the oh chant going on there, and they're just absolutely hyped.
Oh my God!
Wow.
It's gonna be another illegal formation on the Blue Wave. It's gonna be a 2nd and 17. Look at this Wrecker sideline. Sam Deege leading them. They're jumping up and down. Wow.
And, I mean, just electric for the Wreckers, and they're just doing everything right, and it seems like everything is going their way. They're capitalizing on mistakes. Darien's making them, and I don't know what to tell you here for Darien. If you're a Darien fan here, they need something to get this team going.
It's going to be, what's going on here? It's going to be a timeout. Timeout. Coach Matty coming on the field, yelling, clapping. Wow. I love that guy, let me tell you. He fires me up, Jack.
And, Mason, nothing makes me want to go out in that student section and just start screaming and get the boys hyped up more than when I see Coach Matty just absolutely enthusiastic, running onto the field, slapping his players, just getting the boys fired up to continue strangling the throats of this Darien team as they're up 17-0 with about 2 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, we got about 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining here, but I mean, Darien has got to make a play. They got to throw the ball deep, got to get the ball in Lane's hands. It's not what they're doing on offense just isn't working. They got to make a change here.
Couldn't agree more. And I see Grant Bozeman on the sideline. He's fired up, and maybe he thinks if the Wreckers continue to greater the margin, he might get in the game, get some action here for Grant Bozeman.
That's what's on the backup quarterback's mind right now.
Exactly.
You see Francesi. He's going to have the ball at about the Darien 14-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 16 here for the Blue Wave. Francesi back at quarterback. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his left. He's going to take the snap. It's going to be another run to number 12, Levine. And he's going to get about 2 yards, and he's going to get taken down. A nice little push there at the end. It's going to be a flag. And 2 flags.
I think we might get a little unnecessary roughness here in the game. as they penalize the Wreckers here. Maybe some extracurriculars going on at the end of that play.
Sportsman, it's on the
Wow.
Darien. Wow.
Wow.
You saw what was going on earlier. They were pushing the Wreckers. They're getting frustrated, and it's showing. And it's going to push them back even more. It's going to be third down, and it's going to be a long third down.
And, you know, Mason, when you see these small penalties like that, you think about discipline. And while the Wreckers are fired up, they're electric, this Darien team is maybe a little more down in the dumps, a little frustrated. You just see the Wreckers displaying their discipline to a T here. And I just love what Coach Maddie's done with this program and just implanted this philosophy into the Wrecker defense's head.
For sure, Jack. It's going to be, here comes number 21, Liam Bortel, back into the game. It's going to be third and about 135 yards here for Darien. Closer to about 30, but seems like 130 yards with the way their offense has performed.
It really does.
Lane in formation for the Blue Wave. Takes a snap, and they're just going to hand it off. Bortel up to the sideline. He's going to go out of bounds. Not a good play there, saving the Staples timeouts. Wow.
And we got about 50 seconds left of the half.
I mean, is the Wreckers going to go for more points here? You think they're just going to?
I think they have to. You know, the way that
Wile's been throwing the ball. I mean, why not?
Take a shot. And, you know, Wes Scallon has maybe been struggling a little bit on these punts to get the ball past the 50-yard line. And if Hulky's primed for a big return here, we might even be in Mickey Boomin range here.
I mean, I feel like we've said it enough. As soon as you cross that 50-yard line, you are in Mickey Boomin range.
And let's see what the Wreckers can do if they can continue to capitalize on special teams.
Watch out for a block punt on McGeehan on the edge here. Another time. What's going on? Timeout here by the Blue Wave. What do they have, 7 timeouts? I mean, you're only allowed 3, but it seems like they've taken 7.
Yeah, I mean, just taking timeout after timeout. And, you know, I'm looking down, scanning these coaches on the Blue Wave sideline, and they got their hands on their hips, hands on their head. I think they're frustrated. I think maybe their game plan didn't work out. It's going to be interesting to see what adjustments that they're going to try to make at the end of this first half. And, you know, if you're a Darien coach, Mason, what are you saying to the boys as they go into the locker room at the end of this half?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just feels like Staples has more energy. They're playing harder than Darien. I think someone's got to get in there and scream and yell at them because the way their energy today, it's just not working, and it's showing on the field.
It really isn't. And Darien's a little flat here, you know, just discouraged on the sideline. You see guys like Gately kind of sitting down, moping a little, and you really just need these leaders on this team and these coaches to just get the boys fired up and maybe prime Darien for a big second half, but we'll see.
Got to make a comeback. But here's Scallon back to punt it away from Blue Wave. Hulky
and I feel a big play coming here for the Wreckers, Mason. I don't know about you.
Watch out for McGeehan on the side. Good punt. Nice punt there. Not really, though. Out of bounds about the 45. Maddie's walking the ball up. He's putting it down. Oh, Coach Maddie, this guy.
And we got 43 seconds left of the first half. And with the way that Nick Weil has been throwing the ball, they might only need 10 seconds to put another score on the board.
Last 2 plays for the Wrecker offense, both touchdowns, throwing touchdowns of 15-plus yards. Last play, a 50-yard touchdown to Justin Hulky.
And, you know, Mason, the Wreckers could take 2 approaches here. They could either try and run the ball down inside the 40 with Chaz Darby, or they could take a big shot here with Nick Weil. And I'm going to say they should take a big shot. They got nothing to lose here.
Why not? You know, take that kill shot right now for the Wreckers. As Nick Weil is back, he's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Weil, he's got pressured. He's going to make a throw. Good defense there by number 5, Jack Hanley Sr.
And, you know, you see Gately again over there getting in the action. And, you know, Gately's going to have to continue to get pressure on this quarterback and continue to make these throws harder and harder for Nick Weil.
Number 67 for the Wreckers.
And that's going to be Ben Esser. He's a key player, big
captain
guy.
Of the Wreckers. He's limping off to the sideline. That's not good. Great kid. Hope it's nothing serious there. They're going to bring in number 77.
And that's Ibrahim.
Wow. Ibrahim coming into the game at the offensive line.
And
we got about, how much time we got, Jack?
I think we've got about 37 seconds left on the clock here. And let's see if the Wreckers try to take another shot or if they hand the ball off to their beloved running back, Chaz Darby.
Wow, here, he's going to take the snap. Wreckers have 1 timeout. They're going to get it to Hulky. Oh,
Hulky plus a move.
God.
Wow.
Justin Hulkey is cooking
And
right now.
Hulkey, while they are electric, and I continue to see Justin Hulkey make big plays for this Wrecker offense, and I just love what I'm seeing as we enter what we love to call the Mickey Boomin range. Let's ride.
Right, Jack. Staples has the ball up at the Darien 32-yard line. Hulkey was able to get out of bounds as well to save that Staples last time out. It's about 30 seconds remaining. 29 seconds. See Mickey Boomin warming up there on the sideline. I don't really think he needs to warm up. He's just the GOAT.
The GOAT. Like the GOAT.
The GOAT. Here's Weil in that shotgun formation. He's got Clark and Hulkey to his left, McGeehan to his right. He's going to hand it off to Darby. Darby's got a little bit of a hole, but not much cooking.
Wow, and I mean, dude, their entire defense just stacking on Darby, and they just can't make a stop here as Darby just continues to barrel through this defense, as he's done to Glastonbury, as he's done to Stanford, and as he's done
the whole year,
to West Haven. And he's just been doing it all year, and that's just what we see from Chaz Darby.
That's going to be a timeout there for the Wreckers. With 17 seconds remaining, they have the ball on the Darien 29-yard line. I wonder if they're going to run another play here, or they're just going to go with the GOAT. Mickey.
Mason, I think that they will make another play here, and I think they take a shot, maybe risk Nick Weil throwing an interception, maybe, but the way he's throwing the ball now.
He's throwing the ball with confidence, with poise. I mean, why not let him take a shot? That's what I would do if I was Coach Matty, but, I'm not Coach Matty, so let's see what they do.
And looks like they are going to bring the weapons out here as you got Connor Petrosino lined up on the close side. And, they haven't used –
big week for Connor Petrosino for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And you haven't seen Petrosino use that much here so far, but let's see if that changes as the Wreckers.
Here's Weil. He's got two receivers to his left and two to his right. He's going to take the snap. He's got pressure. Oh, no, Nick Weil, what is he doing? He throws it right to Darien. And Darien's going to bring it back to the 45-yard line. Terrible throw by Nick Weil. That is not what we want to see, and that could be the big play that gets Darien back into this game.
And, Mason, we were talking about this before. Ryan Gately continues to make an impact, and if he keeps pressuring the quarterback, eventually it's going to pay off. And as you see there, he puts Nick Weil's decision-making skills up for grabs, and Nick Weil does not make the right play there as he's pressured, backs up, makes a bad throw. And let's see if Darien can capitalize with about 5 seconds left on the clock.
I talked to Coach Matty before the game, and he was saying how he needs Nick to be able to make those throwaways like we saw in that first week against Glastonbury. It's not pretty, but that's how you win the games, by not turning the ball over. And last week against West Haven, Nick wasn't making those throwaways, trying to force plays like he did right there. Not a good play by Weil. But only 5 seconds remaining at Darien is at the Staples 46-yard line. Definitely, they don't have Mickey Ross, so they're not in field goal range here. So they're going to have to make a deep shot. Not sure if Francesi can throw the ball 50 yards, but I guess we'll find out right here.
Yeah, and, there just seems to be a new life here after that interception with the Darien team. Maybe it won't result in points on the scoreboard, but it will definitely make an impact.
Give them something to go into the locker room with. It's going to be – what's going on here? It's going to be –
maybe a delay of game here.
Another delay of game. Not good.
And
that's about, I think, the third or fourth delay of game on Darien. They really got to watch that clock because that's not where you want to start. But now they're even further back. I think they're just going to try to dump it off to one of their athletes to try to make a play. But I think we're probably going to end up going into halftime 17-0 Wreckers.
Maybe a little lateral action here at the end of the half.
I'd love to see that. Here's Francesi, takes the snap. He's stepping up in the pocket. He's got a man. Oh, and it's dropped.
Wow.
Yikes. Just number 10. Number 10. Don't even have him here on my sheet. But he dropped it there. And Staples is hype. Look at number 9. Look at him. He's running into the. They're yelling at the Staples at the Darien student section. What a first half for the Staples Wreckers. 17-0 Staples. Mr. O'Shea, do you still hear us or no? FM. We're back here to the start of the second half between the Darien Blue Wave and the Staples Wreckers. If you're just joining us, Staples has dominated all game long. It's 17-0. Jack, what have you seen in this first half?
You know, what I've seen in this first half is the Wrecker offense just get going. You know, a big X factor in this game was that Nick Weil was going to step up and make the throws he needs to make to be successful and bounce back from his 123-yard passing yard game along with 3 interceptions. And he just needed a bounce back game, and that's exactly what he's doing in this first half, besides from that interception at the end of this first half.
Yeah, you know, some of our key storylines that we talked about before the game. How would Nick Weil bounce back from a rough game last week? I think he's got around 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have that late interception, but he was spraying the ball all around the field to all of his different receivers. I thought he played a great job, and one thing we talked about is stopping that screen and the quick offense of the Darien Blue Wave, stopping number 7 Chase Lane and number 4 Ryan McGarren, and the Wreckers did a great job of that. I don't think any of them have more than 10 yards. Either of them have more than 10 yards.
Yeah, you know, and Mason, they're doing a great job containing the Darien offense and their receivers and their weapons. But another thing that I see that I actually will say that I like from Darien is the quarterback pressure they are getting on Nick Weil. And this defensive line is going to work on the offense, on the Wreckers offensive line. They're making them work, and especially Ryan Gately is just going to town. He's getting to the quarterback, making an impact. We saw it at the end of that first half. There are flashes of it with the Nick Weil interception, making him scramble a lot.
He's going to have to continue that, make Nick Weil make some tough throws as Darien comes out. Still loud over here. Get a little bit of confidence after that interception. But that Staples cover 3 defense that they run was amazing the first half, containing that deep pass, making them throw short, and they were doing a great job of it. If they continue to play that, offense isn't really going to matter, because if they keep playing defense, Darien's not going to be able to score 17 points.
And they won't. And, you know, I think a lot of this game is going to be on if number 32, the Darien starting quarterback, Jay Francis, can step up and make some plays here in this second half, because he just needs to do a better job of getting the ball to his receivers, getting it into his receivers' hands, get guys like Ryan McGarren, get guys like Chase Lane, all those guys going. He's got to get the receivers going and got to make this Darien offense work the Wrecker defense.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this all the first half. I don't know if Darien has a play over 10 yards, Jack. They're containing them. They're making them make plays on third down, and it's working out for the Wreckers. Staples will be getting the kickoff here. So if they could put up some points to start the second half, I think it'd be really helpful for the Wreckers.
Yeah, and, you know, Mason, something interesting that I've noticed is that I don't know if Darien has gotten the ball past the 50-yard line yet in this game. You know, they're just getting beat in their own end, and they're being contained. And we just need to continue to see this aggression from the Wreckers.
For sure. I think you're right, Jack. I can't remember when they haven't been over the Staples 50-yard line, so they really haven't had a chance to get themselves any points. So they're gonna have to make a change on offense if they want to win this game. Maybe throw some deep balls, get some screen passes going, but the short passes right now, they're just not working.
Yeah, and, you know, what I want to see here strategically from the Wreckers when they come out in this first half, you know, Nick Weil, tough ending to the half. He threw a little interception. And, you know, I want to see Nick Weil bounce back. I want to maybe see the Wreckers take another shot here. You saw that 54-yard touchdown to Justin Halkey where he broke loose there at the end of the half. And I just want to see them to stay aggressive in the passing game and see Nick Weil continue to make the throws and put more points on the board. Yeah,
Jack, it's always what you want. You want quarterbacks making big plays. But now that they're up 17-0, I think they're just going to keep handing off to Chaz Darby. Why wouldn't they? I don't think he has a fumble all year. He averages 6 yards per carry so far this year. They're gonna just drain the clock and give it to him is what I predict to happen. And then when it comes to that thard down, give the ball to Nick, get him outside that pocket and let him make a play.
Exactly, and that's where Nick's best at, outside the pocket, scrambling, getting out, using his versatility, using his legs, and that's what we love to see from Nick Weil as we get underway here in the second half. We're going to get underway
in the second half here. Kickoff for the Blue Wave. Back returning is number 5, Jake McGeehan, and number 26, Chaz Darby. Going to be a short kickoff there. Number 15, Charlie Clark, returns it. And he's going to be a nice play there by the Blue Wave, bringing him down about the number 28-yard line. You know, Jack, another big thing to point out is that, you know, when Staples gets the ball kicked off, they're starting around the 30-yard line. Every time that the Wreckers have kicked off to the Blue Wave, Mickey's kicking it into the end zone, and the Blue Wave are starting at the 20-yard line. That's a big difference in field possession, which really is going to matter in this second half.
Yeah, and you know, Mickey Ross just not even giving the Darien offense an opportunity to get anything going on special teams, and the Wrecker defense just needs to continue to dominate, and I want to see Chaz Darby make some big runs here for the Wreckers.
As we're here at the 30-yard line of the Wreckers, Nick Weil is going to take the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Darby up the middle. Let's be some new energy here from the Darien sideline, clapping.
Yeah, and Mason,
music coming out.
Mason, I was about to say, the Darien student section was getting a little rowdy there at the end of the first half. You know, they want to see their team do better, and they get chance going, they get it started. Darien comes out, makes a great first play, first tackle on Chaz Darby, and this place is getting electric, and I want to see this Darien defense step up if they want to make a change in this game.
I want to see a game here, Jack. I want to see Darien make a couple big plays and make this a close one. 2nd and 9 here for the Wreckers. Wild's going to hand it off to Darby again. It's another good play by Darien. Wow.
And they just stay pushing, and this offensive line for the Wreckers is so crucial as they just continue to allow Chaz Darby to get yards after contact, and I just love this push that the Wreckers have going.
For sure. Jack, I've watched a lot of football in my days, and, you know, when that happens and, you know, there's a stop, they stop the running back and the offensive line is pushing them from behind, that really gets the team pumped up because, you know, that's extra effort, and that gets the team pumped up. Big 3rd down here for the Blue Wave defense. Here's Wild. He's got 3 receivers to his right. Chaz Darby at running back. Looks at the sideline, looks at the change of play by Coach Matty here. Wild takes the snap. It's going to be a fake handoff, and it's going to be Hulky.
Extends, and I think Hulky got the first down there.
I think he got the first down. That's going to be a first down for the Wreckers.
And, you know, that's the athleticism that we love to see from Justin Hulky as he catches the ball, gets hit, reaches out, and extends for the first down for the Wreckers.
You know, Justin Hulky's reminding me a little bit of Puka Nakua in this first half. Lining up in the slot, lining outside, just making plays. He's probably got around 100-yard receivings and a touchdown. They got to contain that guy.
Yeah, and, you know,
it's not easy.
It's not every day that you hear a receiver be compared to a star like Puka Nakua, but Hulky is definitely making that case for himself here.
How about that start of the year for Puka Nakua? I mean, he's been unreal.
Unreal.
Wish I drafted him in fantasy. 1st down and 10 here for the Wreckers at the 40-yard line. While back in the shotgun, he's got Darby to his left. Takes the snap. He's going to be throwing. He scrambles up. He's going to looking for a receiver. Oh, he's going to get outside, and he's tripped up there. Nice play by number 3 for the Darien Blue Wave.
And you see McGarren, not McGarren, you see Ryan Gately over there with his helmet off. And, you know, he just got to Weil. He looks a little bit discouraged. Even after the big play, Gately is wobbling off of the sideline.
He might be hurt.
That's not what you want to see.
Not what we want to see for Darien or for anything, really. Really great player. He looks to be frustrated. Nice sack there. I think that's the second sack of the game for the Blue Wave.
And I can't stress this enough. Even though they only have 2 sacks so far, they just continue to get pressure on Weil, and they need to start capitalizing on that.
Really the only thing they've been able to do this game. It's going to be a 2nd and 12 here for the Wreckers. Bunch formation, a lot of big guys up front. Nick Weil is going to throw. It's a screen pass to McGeehan, and it's a bad throw. Incomplete.
And, you know, Mason, once again, more pressure on Weil, making him think a little bit more on his feet, and it's causing these bad throws to be forced to his receivers.
Big 3rd down and 12 here. You know what the Blue Wave are going to do. They're going to bring pressure. That's what their defensive coordinator loves to do. He wants to make the quarterback to make that quick decision. So let's see what Wild does on this long 3rd down.
And, you know, with the way that this Darien D-line is doing, I think that we need to see the secondary for the Blue Wave step up a little more and make some plays
Looks
here.
Looks like they're doubling McGeehan on the left sideline. No running back there while in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Look for him to look to his left. He's got McGeehan and Hulky there. Wild takes the pass. He looks to his right. He's throwing deep. He's got a man. He's got Connor Petrosino. Cut! Oh, what a throw by Nick Weil! Connor Petrosino with the little celebration down at the 10-yard line. Nick Weil is cooking these Darien Blue Wave night today.
And wow, Connor Petrosino just absolutely electric there with a big grab. And how about that throw from Nick Weil? You know, you see him step up in the pocket and just make a beautiful throw to Connor Petrosino. And the Wreckers are just absolutely electric here as they suck the life out of this Darien defense and this Darien fan base.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Jack. Wow, that was a great throw. It looked like a Caleb Smith throw if I've seen one. About a 50-yard completion there. Man, was that a good throw, Jack. It's going to be 1st and 10 here at the Darien 13-yard line. Weil has 2 receivers to his left. He's got Darby here. He's going to hand it off up the middle. You know, they've really been able to contain Darby here at the end of the first half and to start the second half here. Only runs of about 2 yards. But, you know, Jack, when you get those 2 yards on first down and instead of being back at the line, you know, it really helps to throw the ball when you can run a little bit at least.
It really does. And we were talking about this before. Strategically, how are the Wreckers going to come out in this second half? And they don't hand the ball off to Chaz Darby. They want more points, and they're going to go deep, and Nick Weil is going to continue to make plays.
Man,
love to see it.
Nick Weil is playing a hell of a game here.
Hell of a game.
2nd and 8 here for the Wreckers at the 11-yard line here. High formation. He's got Darby. Weil's got Darby behind him. Halke on his right, McGee on his left. It's going to be another handoff for Darby. He's got a lane up the middle. He's going to get a run of about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short here at the Darien 7-yard line.
Yeah, and, you know, Mason, you're looking at 3rd and short here, maybe 3rd and a few. And, you know, are we looking at a run or a pass here? What do we think?
I mean, I don't know. I think they're going to kind of get a lot of big guys up at that line of scrimmage. I think that they should look outside at Halke or McGee, and they've been able to beat their man all day long. Give them a shot here.
Maybe a screen pass on the outside to one of the two, maybe. We'll see.
I guess we'll see. They got a lot of big guys in there. I formation again. Darby behind Weil. He's got Halke and McGee outside.
The 2 linebackers, Meyer and Barger, both stacked up on that left side. Maybe a run to the left here for Darby.
Guess we'll find out. It's going to be a little change of play here. Darby comes to the left of Halke. Of Weil. It's going to be a run. Chaz Darby, and he's going to be right at about the 1st down yard line. I think they're going to be a half a yard short. I think it's going to be 4th and a half yard. I wonder what Matty's going to do. He's going to bring out the field goal unit? No, he's going to bring out a few new receivers. I think they're going to maybe try a little tush push here. I've heard some rumors about the Staples Wreckers running a tush push. If there was time to do it, I think it'd be now. 4th and 1 at the Darien 5-yard line.
And, you know, Mason, as much as I love to see Mickey Boomin continue to get action, I also love to see the Wreckers be aggressive. And even if they turn the ball over here, their defense has been hot.
For sure. Here comes in Pato Garcia. I haven't seen him play much. He's going to be in at running back. They look to the sideline here. Weil's got 3 receivers to his left. He's got McGeehan to his right. He's guarded there by number 4, Ryan McGarren. 2 great athletes going at each other. Looking back at the sideline, it's going to be a timeout taken by the Wreckers.
And, you know, maybe they're going to second-guess their decision as Mickey Ross starts running.
I wouldn't second-guess. Why the offense has been cooking all day. You get a touchdown here, you're going to make it 24-0. You're really putting them away. I would keep the offense out there, Jack.
Yeah, and, you know, I completely agree with you. I think they need to keep the offense out there, make it a 4-possession game, and once it's a 4-possession game in the second half.
Well, it would still be 3 possessions, but it'd be 3 touchdowns.
Three touchdowns.
Three two-point conversions, which is really tough to do, especially because I believe 2-point conversion in high school is at about the 4 or 5-yard line. It's not at the 2-yard line like it is in college in the NFL.
And that's a long ways to go, and especially the way that Darien has looked on offense so far. I don't know how realistic that is.
Yeah, for sure. Staples is going to bring the offense back out. They're going to still bring out Pato Garcia at running back. Maybe he'll get the ball here, but I'm gonna guess they're going to throw the ball here.
Yeah, you know, maybe run some slants, maybe run a screen. I guess we'll see what we're going to get here as Barger.
Barger is in there at tight end. He's behind the offensive line here. Interesting play call. He's gonna motion out to the right side. Weil's in that shotgun. It's gonna be a quarterback keep, and he's gonna keep
and
it.
Weil's
gonna be in there. Touchdown, Wreckers. Nick Weil runs it in. Look at Coach Matty on the sideline. He's screaming. He can't contain himself. It's going to be 23-0 Staples here.
And you know what, Mason? I'm going to say this now, and I'll probably say it again later, but Nick Weil has been the most electric player on this team so far today, and he's the difference maker in this game. And I just love what he's doing. He's doing it with his feet. He's doing it with his arm. He's shown his versatility. He's shown his athleticism. And I just love what we're seeing here from Nick Weil.
3 total touchdowns from Weil. He's played a hell of a game.
And a much-needed bounce-back game for Nick Weil.
For sure. Here's Mickey Ross for the kick. What do we think it is, Jack? Do we think it's going to go in?
I think it's good, Mason. I mean,
what's new? Come on. It's Mickey Ross. We really don't even need to watch. He's that good. Wow. 24-0, and it's quiet here at Darien High School.
Yeah, and I'm listening on the opposing sideline, the Staples sideline, and I'm starting to hear some "Who's Your Daddy" chants coming from the Staples sideline. And I love that energy. Some "Start the Buses," some "Who's Your Daddy," and
Jack, you're a super fan yourself. I think you've started a few of those, right?
Yep.
For sure.
And there's nothing as a player that you love more than hearing those chants. The boys getting the boys even more fired up as the Wreckers lead here before the kickoff, 24-0, Staples.
Darien's going to have to change something here on offense if they want to come back in this game. Okay. Mickey Boom out for the kick. Sure, he'll kick it into the back of the end zone. Mickey Boom with the kick. Might be able to return this one. They will. Haven't seen that. Here he comes, Levine out to return it. He's going to have a good return. Oh, wow. He might be able to go all the way. He's got one man to beat, and it's Ross. He's going up the left sideline. Mickey Ross, will he be able to make the tackle? He does make the tackle. Oh, but oh my God. Oh, a late hit. Wow. Wow, 2 flags drawn on late hits. Wow, that was a late hit. Oh, it's going to be some scuffling down there at about the Staples 10-yard line, but with the 2 flag, it's going to be about the 5.
And you know what? This is exactly what football is all about, as the Wreckers are still dominating, but Darien comes out, makes an electric play. And I love seeing a guy like Mickey Ross make a big play, show his worth to the team, and do it in another aspect of the game.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a late hit by the Wreckers. Not sure who hit him there.
But you know what?
Number 52, Harry Fiala. But I think the Darien's going to get the ball at about probably the 5-yard line. Because we got a Darien guy hurt all the way at the other end of the field.
But you know what? You talk about late hits, especially at the end of the play, and well, maybe not the best thing to do, not the smartest decision. I just love the aggression by Staples, and just
that was a little too late for me, Jack. He was definitely out of bounds.
But just the way that they're just getting.
I mean, Darien in the first half made some of those hits as well. So I mean, it's definitely a little choppy of a game right going.
Finding a way to get the boys fired up on all fronts is exactly what the Wreckers need, and if they continue, even when Darien makes big plays, to stay energetic, to stay loud, to stay, as the kids say nowadays, lit. They're going to continue to have to make these explosive plays and be dogs.
Yep. I mean, Darien's going to need a touchdown here. Refs talking about where they're going to put the football here for Darien. I think it's going to be pretty close to the end zone here. Oh, it's declined. Personal foul. Yep. There it is.
Yeah.
Late hit.
We were talking about discipline earlier, and maybe the Wreckers are making me question my own words here as they make an interesting play at the end of that one.
For sure.
That's a first down. Darien on the 4-yard line.
First and goal here at the Staples 4-yard line. Looks like the 3-yard line here. Gotta convert this into a touchdown. Look for them to run it up the gut here. Francesi back there, looking for the first touchdown. It's 24-0 Staples with about. He runs it. Oh, and he's going to get to the edge. It's going to be a touchdown. Blue Wave. Number 21, Liam Bortel scores the first down for the Blue Wave. Hopefully that could be a spark for them.
And it only took the Blue Wave about 35 minutes of gameplay to get on the board, but they do, and it's a loud score. As this crowd starts getting amped up again, getting a little bit more electric, getting a little bit more loud, and the Darien fans are creeping back into this game and starting to get a little more fired up.
Got 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. First score for the Blue Wave. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Like we said, it's 24-6. You got to get 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions to tie up this game. Big play here for the Blue Wave.
And, you know, I see Ryan Gately sitting down on the bench, the only guy sitting now, and I just think he's discouraged. You know, he's doing his job, and they're just not coming through for the team. And I don't know. But here we go, formation change. We got a flag.
It's going to be a legal formation. What's the call here? Seems to be a little bit confusion. Might be an encroachment penalty. Might be an illegal formation. Referees discussing. It's an encroachment offside on the defense. That's going to move it up to about the 1.5, 2-yard line here.
Yeah, and I mean, for Bortles, he might as well just walk into the end zone. But we'll see what the Wreckers have in store for him. I would expect a handoff here.
Here's a motion out to the right. 3 receivers out there. I think they're going to hand it off to Bortel here. He's going to throw it. He's going to look, and it's batted down at the line. Gavin Meyer. Oh, man, is he a stud.
Wow.
That guy, he batted it down at the line of scrimmage. No incompletion. 2-point conversion is no good for the Blue Wave. It is 24-6 here with still about 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
And, you know, Mason, you talk about impact plays, then you talk about impact players, and you see guys like Gavin Meyer making those plays. And as we said earlier, if I'm Gavin Meyer's grandparents, I'm absolutely fired up right now watching this game, seeing what their grandson is doing, and I'm just loading that birthday money up.
For sure. Couldn't have said it better myself, Jack.
Gavin Meyer, electric for the Staples defense.
You know, Gavin Meyer brings up a big point in this game. The front 7 of the Wreckers, completely new from last year. Gavin he started 1 game last year. He's the only one that started any games last year. And, you know, that's just what Staples does. You know, they bring just because guys graduate, they get those new guys, those underclassmen, they bring them up. And, I mean, you see it this year. It's not easy to run on Staples.
And, you know, for the Staples football program, it's all about the system and them being a systematic team. And that means that you can put anybody into this Staples team, implant them, input them, and they're going to be electric, and they're going to be good, and they're going to play their role and do their job to help this team win.
For sure, Jack. Here's the kickoff for the Blue Wave. They're yelling at the sideline. Looks like they need another player here. They'll get one. Big drive coming up for the Wreckers.
Yeah.
Don't want to turn the ball over and don't want to just punt it right away.
And, you know,
right now, the Darien's got a little bit of some confidence with them.
Yeah, and if I'm the Wreckers, I'm going to continue to throw the ball, and I know maybe that's against everything that you see in football nowadays.
Here's McGeehan to run it back. He's got a hole. He's running up the middle. Oh, can he get to the sideline? Oh, great run back from Jake McGeehan to the Staples 45-yard line. He's pumped up. Great run there by McGeehan.
And they just continue to make electric plays, break out, make big plays, and that's just what this Staples team has been doing all day as they once again suck the life out of this Darien team and continue to make impact plays.
Yep. 24-6 here in the third quarter with about 4.5 minutes remaining. Staples will have great field position at the Staples 44-yard line.
Mason, what do you think? Are the Wreckers going to come back out aggressive again, or will they continue to run the ball?
They might just run it a few times, get to the 50-yard line, kick a field goal from there.
Mickey Boom, am I right?
You're not wrong.
And, you know, I don't think it would be jumping the gun to say if the Wreckers score here.
Game's most likely going to be over, yeah.
100%.
Here's Lyle. He's got 2 receivers to his left, Darby to his left as well. He's going to throw. He's got Charlie Clark over the middle. Nice catch there and run from Clark for about 5 yards here.
Yeah, and Clark showing that aggressiveness. He's maybe not the biggest kid, but he's got hands, and he's athletic, and he's got heart. And that's what makes a football player right there.
Division I lacrosse player heading to University of Vermont next year. You know, we got a few of those Division I college lacrosse players. Justin Halke heading to Williams, I believe, correct?
Division III, but yes, Neskak, great school.
You got Bear Swearingen, number 33 on the defense, also heading to Bates to play lacrosse.
Exactly.
A lot of athletes on this team.
A lot of athletes.
Second and about 5 for Nick Weil here. In the shotgun formation, he's got Darby to his right, 2 receivers to his left.
And it looks like Weil is kind of just taking his time here on the snap, you know, wasting as much clock as he can.
Here he goes. Takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Darby. He's going to run it up the middle, and he's going to break down. He's got plenty of green ahead of him. Oh, great run there by Chaz Darby to the Darien 35-yard line.
And, you know, Darby starts the game off hot. Then the passing game creeps back in. Nick Weil makes a few big throws. And then Darby just continues to pound the ball, comes back, makes a play. And on all fronts for this Wrecker offense, they are just dominating the Blue Wave defense.
Yep.
Love to see it.
Love to see that. Great run there by Darby. But a great hole opened up there by the offensive line.
100%. And guys like Logan Rotolo, guys like Ben Esser, guys like Billy Quinn, guys like Robert Jones, those are the guys that make those big runs happen. They open up holes for the team, and they just help them win.
For sure, Jack. You know, like you said, Ben Esser, he got hurt at the end of that first half, but he's back in there. Great sign for the Wreckers. 1st and 10 here at the 35, Darien's 35-yard line. Darien's going to blitz here. So run up the middle by Darby, not much space. Nice stop there by Darien.
Yeah, and you know,
nothing.
Darien stuffs Darby, but one thing to note is that we are in Mickey Boomin range.
35-yard line, that's about a 50-yard field goal. Yeah, that's pretty easy for Mickey, I would say.
Chip shot, you could say.
You could say that.
100%. And some substitutions going on here. You know, bringing McGee in, bringing in Halke.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Still 24-6, Wreckers winning.
Yeah, and you know, the Wreckers just controlling the pace of this game. It seems like every time they're extending these drives, having long drives, and just dominating.
2nd and about 11 here for the Wreckers. At I formation, Darby lined up behind Weil. Gonna run the clock down here. Weil takes the snap. It's going to be another handoff to Darby. He's going to get a little lane to the left side, but not much cooking there. It's another good tackle by the Darien Blue Wave. It's going to bring up a long 3rd and 10 for the Wreckers.
And, you know, Mason, every time it's 3rd and long, gets me excited because that means we get to watch Nick Weil try and step up and make another big throw. And when Nick Weil is hot, he's hot. I think Nick Weil is primed to make a big play here for the Wrecker offense.
Bring in number 21 for the Wreckers, C.J. Healy.
Wow.
Haven't seen him at all this year, but he's going to come out here.
Yeah, and, you know, C.J. Healy, member of the basketball team last year, and, you know, he's an athlete. We know we're going to get an athletic player from him. He's fast, and we'll see what he can do here for the Wreckers.
3rd and 11. Lau by himself back there. He's got 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right. Got to hold up. Got to protect here. They're going to blitz. They're going to get to the quarterback. But Weil makes a throw, and he's got Petrosino. 1st down, Wreckers. Another celebration. He loves his cellies, doesn't he?
And underclassman Connor Petrosino just making an absolute name for himself in this one as he continues to dominate as a receiver. You know, we've seen him play a lot of snaps on the defense side of the ball. Maybe not as much on offense, but today he's definitely making an impact. And even as Ryan Gately and this Darien Blue Wave continue to pressure Nick Weil, he steps up, makes a good throw, gets the 1st down, and continues this drive for the Wreckers.
Great job by Nick Weil, stepping up, feeling the pressure, but still throwing a dart over the middle, and a great catch and run there from Petrosino for about 20 yards, 15 yards. It's going to be at the Darien 24-yard line here, 1st and 10 for the Wreckers.
And I say run the ball to Darby. Continue to feed him, right?
I mean, if you can convert on those long 3rd downs, it's going to be a run to Darby. He's going to get some space up the middle. It's going to be a 1st down for the Wreckers.
And, I mean, just unstoppable. I mean, there's nothing else to say. They just continue to make big plays. Darby continues to run. Nick Weil continues to use his arm and throw. The receivers are working. Everything just seems to be working out well for the Wreckers as Coach Matty is ecstatic on the sideline.
That's going to bring us down to the end of the 3rd quarter for this game. It's going to be a 2nd and 1 when we come back from this break.
And, you know, Mason, this 3rd quarter just seems to be going by a little bit faster, and maybe that's a sign of just Darien just maybe giving up a little bit here.
Well, I think it's a combination maybe of that, but also the Wreckers running the football, you know, having that clock wind down. I think that's what their game plan was going into this 2nd half, and it's working to a T.
Yeah. I mean, just everything, as we said, just continues to work out for the Wreckers, and, you know, I just love what I'm seeing here. Classic 5 versus 6 matchup, and the Wreckers are just getting the best of the Blue Wave here.
For sure. Might see Staples climb up the rankings after this one for sure. Maybe into that top 3 because they look like a top 3 team in the state to me.
They look like the best team in the state to me, Mason.
I mean, you still got Greenwich and New Canaan. Those two teams will both be on the Rutgers schedule this year. Those are going to be great games. You know, you got that Greenwich game, Thanksgiving game, it's always electric, and then you got New Canaan coming to Staples later in the season. I'm really excited for that game.
I am too, and based on this game's result, looks like that might be a good game too. And Mason, I hate to sidetrack from football here, but I'm guessing our audience can hear in the background, you know, you just hear that band, that school band from Darien, and I love it.
Jack,
I love it.
It's great. What's better than live music?
Nothing.
There's nothing better than
nothing
live
better
music,
than
Jack.
some live music, and this band is just doing their thing. And
Maybe they should try some of the band guys out on that football field.
Yeah, maybe that'll work out a little better for the Darien Blue Wave as they continue to try to stop this Rutgers offense.
It's going to be the start of the third quarter here. Rutgers have the ball. Start of the fourth quarter, my mistake. And Staples has the ball at the Darien 15-yard line, 2nd and 1 here. Staples back in that I formation. Going to run it to Darby. He's going to have a lane. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to get taken down at around the 10-yard line of the Blue Wave. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Wreckers.
Wow. I mean, Darby with just an electric run there. Once again, just picking up that small yardage, and that small yardage stacks to big yardage, and that's what's helping the Wreckers dominate on the offensive side of the ball.
No, we haven't seen that breakout 70-yard touchdown like we did last week with Darby, but, you know, he's probably averaging 4 or 5 yards per carry this game, and, you know, that's what you need when you're running.
Exactly what you need. You're exactly right, Mason. As Weil comes in here.
Looks to see Cicero there at the top of your screen. Wonder if they'll actually throw it to him this time, but the first few times he's been in the game, that means it's going to be a run here. But you never know.
Stacking the O-line here.
It's going to be a run to Darby.
Darby spin cycle. Darby continues to
Oh,
move.
look
Darby
at
just
him.
pushing.
Wow. Oh, Jesus Christ. Number 61, Staples. Some pancake blocks going on.
And, wow. I mean, just a lot of aggression in this game, a lot of aggression in this run game. And, you know, even when Darby's being tackled, his feet are always moving, and he just keeps on getting those small yardage gains, and it just continues to work out for the Wreckers.
Yep. It's going to be a 2nd and goal here at around the Darien 7-yard line. Still 24-6 Wreckers. Big play coming up here. I formation. He's got McGeehan to his left, Halke and Clark to his right.
The trio.
Dynamic trio. Darby's going to come up to the left side of Weil. I think he's going to see a throw here. Nope, we're going to run it off to Darby to the left side. Will he get the edge? And he's down at about the 1.5-yard line of Darien. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
And Mason, I mean, I wish there was a stat for this, but if you really break it down, the amount of guys that it takes to tackle Chaz Darby consistently on every single play is astronomical, and you just don't see players like that track that much attention and that take so much to get down.
For
when they're
sure.
running
You
the
know,
ball.
having Chaz Darby running you all day, it's got to take a toll on that defense and on those legs of the Darien defense.
And, you know, I love what the Wreckers are doing here. It seems like, you know, they're attacking on the ground game. They're feeding the ball to Chaz Darby, tire out the secondary, tire out the D-line. And as the game continues to go through, that opens up big plays and big throws for Nick Weil.
Huge 3rd and goal here for the Wreckers at the Darien 2-yard line. Got Darby in there. Nick Weil is going to take the snap here. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. He's going to get up the middle, and he looks like he's going to get there. Touchdown, Wreckers. Helmets flying around, but it's still going to be a touchdown for the Wreckers. And that's going to be a 30-6 lead by the Wreckers. That's probably going to put an end to this one here. Darien's going to have an amazing comeback if they want to win this one. What a run there by Weil.
Yeah, and I mean, the Wreckers just have a huge lead here, and I just don't think there's a comeback in store for this Blue Wave as this place just goes absolutely silent. The fans start filing out, and, you know, just a game changer. You know, this is the kind of game that determines how the rest of the season is going to go for two high-caliber teams like this, and the Wreckers just continue to dominate, continue to run up the score, and they just look great.
Jack, I think this is what some of the kids like to call it, BTA. Not really sure what that one means, but that's what they like to call it.
Yeah, you know, BTA is a great expression, and I also don't really know what it means, but I definitely think that that's exactly what Staples is giving to Darien here today.
For sure.
Some BTA.
Domination.
And what do you think here, Mason? Is Mickey Ross going to make another kick?
Jack, let's just close our eyes for this one. Why don't we just close our eyes? And I'm just going to guess that it's good. And it's good.
How about that, Mason? How about that? Mickey Ross, yet again, making a kick.
Jack, let me bring up the point, though. Staples has dominated all day long, but early their offense wasn't clicking right away. Then Mickey Ross nailed that 45-yard field goal, and from there it's just been all records. So I think that was the biggest part of this game for sure.
And I completely agree with that. As the Blue Wave get poised to get the ball back, and we'll see if maybe they can make some last-second spurts and maybe try to put some points on the board for the Blue Wave.
Sweating, Jack.
I am too, and Mason, I came fully decked out in a suit, definitely very sweaty, and I don't know, something about this game.
You guys should see Jack Jacob, aka Big Blues, dressed today. He's dressed with style for sure.
100%.
Pretty quiet here on the Darien side.
Very quiet.
A lot of people left after that touchdown. Pretty much stabbed the fork in their back right there. It's 31-6 records with about 9 minutes remaining in this one. Look at that, Jay. Look at that Staples sideline. They're getting hyped for this kickoff.
And I just love the culture you see from Staples as they just continue to get hype. And
Mickey Ross is going to be a little squib kick. Nice kick there. Taken by number 12, Levine. Going to get to the outside. Not much going there. He's going to get taken down at the 22-yard line. Here comes out Jay Francis, and the Darien offense.
And Mason, we haven't seen that much impact on the game from this Darien offense. And what does Frances have to do to get his team maybe not necessarily back in this game, but give them a little hope for the future weeks and, just revive this team's spirits a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. He had a big second half last week against Massac. Hasn't had the same second half, but they haven't really played much offense after that crazy long return for them. It's going to be a 1st and 10 here from Frances.
100%.
Run it off to Bortel. He's going to have a nice lane up the middle. Ooh, Dex McGeehan. Nice tackle there by McGeehan, though. Up to about the 35-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for the Blue Wave. Jack, an interesting thing was that Bortel actually didn't get a carry until the second quarter. They were having number 12 Rowan Levine in there. I'm not really sure why he didn't play in the first quarter. He's been their starter since last year. Francis has got the ball. He's rolling out to his right. He's got a receiver downfield. It's caught. Another 1st down for the Records. That is number 80, Jason Kirby Jr.
Yeah, nice Mason, it's definitely late, but you see Darien's going to try to get that passing game going, and not much else they can do here with this big of a deficit so far in the game.
1st and 10 here at the Staples 48-yard line. Francis open, no one in the backfield. He makes a throw over the field, no one there. Miscommunication there from Francis, and looks like number 23, Jimmy Benedict. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, and Mason, how does the Blue Wave bounce back from this game? There's not a lot of good stuff going on for the Darien team other than their quarterback pressure, and I don't know.
2nd and 10, they're going to run it off to Bortel, going to gain about 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Yeah, Jack, not sure who they have coming up on their schedule, but they definitely got to get a win in their books, because this was not a great performance by them. You got to give Staples credit, though. They played a great game.
100%. And, Staples just winning, not yet winning, but they're just dominating this game in just it's a complete game from the Wreckers is all I'll say. There's not much flaw you see from the Wreckers game. Offense looks great, defense looks great, special teams look great, Mickey Booman looks great, the run game looks great, the pass game looks great. What doesn't look great for the Wreckers here?
Not much. As Francis completes it to number 10 for a short gain of about of about third. It's going to be a third and about 1 yard here. You got Levine you got Francis, and you got Levine. It's going to be a timeout here from Coach Maddie. Want to set up the defense for a big 3rd and 1 here. You know, Jack, something I want to point out is watching that game last week against Massac, you watched Chase Lane just completely own that game, and we haven't seen him at all on offense. He was in there early. Now he's not even playing offense anymore. You know, I think him playing both defense and offense is clearly taking a toll on his legs, but he has not affected the game like he's done in recent weeks.
Yeah, Mason, I completely agree. And I think something there is to notice is that, you know, I see Darien, they've been trying to get Chase Lane incorporated with these little screen passes, but it seems like every time they throw the ball short, the ball is deflected, and they can't really get anything going that much long. And I just think that's a credit to these Rutgers defensive backs. You know, you got McGeehan, Halke, Pillai, Petrosino, all these guys, and they're just locking up these receivers from Darien. And I don't know what else to say.
You know, Charlie Clark, shout out to him. Plays both sides of the ball. He's been a great corner this year. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 here for the Blue Wave. Meyer comes up to the line. It's going to be a handoff. Oh, he's going to not. Oh, what a tackle. Great tackle there by number 9 for the Wreckers.
And that's Tui there.
Parker Tui, great tackle, junior.
And
that's
you know,
going to bring up a 4th down. Are they going to punt?
I
mean, come on. They're not going to punt here, are they?
I think they might, Mason. And I don't really know what's going through this Darien coaching staff's heads. But, you know, if I'm them, I'm just going to take a shot every play. And, you know, I'm watching Chase Lane as he walks off the sideline. He just looks discouraged, you know, nodding his head, taking off his helmet. You know, I don't even know what to say for this Darien team. They're just not looking like themselves here in this matchup.
Yeah, you know, something we talked about earlier is them being aggressive on 4th down.
We haven't seen any of that here today.
None of that. Oh, I believe that was a turnover on downs there. That's my mistake. It's going to be Staples' ball. That's why they weren't going for it, because it was already 4th down.
Yeah, and now we see Patricio Garcia back in the backfield, and he'll get some touches here.
He'll get a handoff here and get a gain of about 1 yard. Nice fight there from Garcia.
You know, Mason, after watching that run, he looks like he's carrying a few players too, and I think I'm going to go ahead and say that this offensive line is a little bit underrated for the Wreckers. You know, you see guys like Chaz Darby, guys like Patricio Garcia just continue to push the huddle, but then you think about what's making that happen, and I think it's these big boys up front.
For sure, Jack. They've definitely done a great job today. I mean, handling Ryan Gately in this defensive line for the Darien is no easy thing, but they've done a great job at it. Been able to run the ball, been able to keep Weil from getting sacked, only a few sacks for them. Here comes up a 2nd and 9 for the Wreckers. I imagine they'll continue to hand it off to Garcia.
As they should. Here's the snap.
Snap. It's going to be a run to Garcia. He's going to have a nice little lane there. Nice run for about 7 yards. He's going to bring it up to 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and, you know, they just continue to move the chains. And I think a Wrecker 1st down here with the use of Garcia would be huge. And just continue to stack these big plays. And I think maybe the Wreckers' minds are a little shifted towards who's next. And you got that homecoming game against Wilton next week.
I'm excited for that one, Jack.
Very
We've
excited for that
got 6
one.
minutes left in this game. Staples still leading 31-6. 3rd down here for the Wreckers. Oh, did he jump off sides? He did. That is just not what you want to see.
And you see Nick Weil give a little 1st down celebration.
He can do all the celebrations he wants. 3 total touchdowns, around 225 yards total. I mean, he's played an amazing game. We challenged him before the game. He's a good friend of mine. I challenged him to show me what he can do, and he's proved what he can do.
100%. And Mason, I just can't stress this enough. I love everything that the Wreckers are doing here today. And this is just pure and flat-out domination.
Yeah. We're going to have about 5.5, 6 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter here. The Wreckers can continue to run the ball. Darien will maybe not even get the ball back. Halke in motion. While it takes the snap. They're going to throw it. It's going to be a screen pass to Garcia. He catches it. Not much going there. It's going to be a loss of about 2 yards there. Nice rally there from the Darien defense.
Yeah, and, you know, Mason, if you're a player on this Darien defense, how do you find it in yourself down this many points to really just, like, get yourself going and continue to, you know, push hard and make an impact on this game? What do you think? What do you think about that?
I mean, I think, you got to think about your character. It shows a lot of character to continue to play hard, even when you're down 25 points like they are right now. But, yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's definitely tough. I've played in games where you're down by a lot. And, you know, it's tough, but I think it's showing your sideline that there's no give up. And even though, obviously, this one's over, they're down by more than 3 scores now, but they just got to show some heart, and I hope they continue to do that because they haven't given up yet.
And, you know, football's a funny sport, and for all we know, Darien could go on, win the rest of their games, win a state championship, and who knows. But the great thing about these mid-season matchups is that you get a chance to see the results of this game and get a chance to bounce back.
Yeah, unfortunate, but actually fortunate for the Darien is they play in Class L, so they won't be facing the Wreckers again this season. It's a wild drop back to throw. He's got a man, but that's dropped by Connor Petrosino over the middle.
And, you know, if I'm Darien, I'm sitting there thinking about time that kid drops the ball because, wow, Connor Petrosino has just been electric today. And finally, we see Connor Petrosino maybe not do something as great as what he's been, but he's got 80 yards and a touchdown, so can you complain? Probably not.
No touchdown for him, but he does have around 80 yards. He's played one great game for the Wreckers. Really, their receiving core, Halkey, McGeehan, both have touchdowns.
And I guess now Petrosino, right?
Petrosino still doesn't have a touchdown, Jack, but nothing's changed in the past 10 seconds. It's going to be 3rd and long here for the Wreckers. 3rd and about 12. As Wild takes a snap, they're just going to hand it off to Garcia, but he's got a nice lane. Will he get a first down? Oh, he'll get to about a yard short. Maybe a yard and a half there for the Wreckers. Do you think they go for it, or should they punt here, Jack?
You know, I think might as well go for it, but maybe give Mickey Boomin another opportunity.
I mean, if I was the coach, I would be like, why not? I mean, it would probably be about a 52-yard field goal for Mickey Boom.
Well, it's really the decision. Do you want a touchdown, or do you want Mickey Boomin points? Because you know you're going to get the Mickey Boomin points.
For sure.
If you put him on the field, and it looks like they're going to go for it here.
They're going to go for it here. I'd watch out for Nick Well run, empty back. No one with him. Maybe trying to drop, get this defense to jump off sides.
Yeah, and I don't know. Nick looking at Coach Matty, and I think they're going to try another fake here.
4th down here for the Wreckers, 31-6. They're going to drop back and throw. He's looking for Halkey. Great defense there. Great defense by number 2, Ryan O'Malley. Good pass breakup. And that's going to be a turnover on downs as Darien will pick up the ball at about the 35 yard, their own 35.
Yeah, and other than that interception by Nick Wow at the end of the half, I think that's one of the first times that we have seen the Wreckers get stopped here. And, you know, their offense has been on point all day, and much needed stop for the Darien morale.
For sure. You know, I'd like to see maybe Staples put in some new guys at defense. You know, this game's pretty much over. Maybe get Jules Cicero in there for a snap, see what he can do. And that is what they do. They bring in Jeffrey Swearingen. I like the way he plays.
Yeah, you know, and you've got a 31-6 ball game, and I don't know.
They're going to run it off here to Levine. He's going to get a nice gain. He's going to get about right at the first down marker. It's going to be a first down for the Blue Wave, 10-yard run.
And it looks like there's going to be running clock here as the clock continues to wind down.
Big thing to note out, though, you get a first down, the clock stops until you get those chains moved. Gavin Meyer coming off the edge. They're going to throw a nice short pass to number 12 there. It's going to be Rowan Levine, and he's going to get another first down. It's going to be a flag there. It might be another late hit.
Yeah, and, you know, about 3.5 minutes left to play in this game. Clock continues to drain as he gets out of bounds there. And
clock actually doesn't drain when he gets out of bounds, Jack.
Yeah, that is accurate. That is accurate, Mason. And you're exactly right.
Yep.
And you got some special appearances from some new players that we haven't seen as much. You know,
Number 11, Nate Murillo checks into the game here.
Number 77.
Looks like he's got a club on. Oh, he has a broken wrist, so he's been playing with a club. I wonder how that's going to affect his game. But I think that's the first time he's checked into this one.
Yeah, and then you got Skolnick over here, new addition to the football team as a senior. He hasn't played as much.
It's going to be first down here from Darien at the 27-yard line. He drops back to throw. He's got some pressure here. He's got guys coming. He's going to run out to the right side, and he's going to throw it away. Probably a good decision, as it looks like Staples players cramping up. It looks like it's Parker Toohey. He looks like he's got a little cramp going on.
Yeah, and
Hopefully
you got
that's it.
Tui and Skolnick there with the pressure for Staples. And, Staples getting pressure to the quarterback. Story of the game there. And he's really cramping up as trainers and Coach Maddie come and help him out there.
Yeah, hopefully looks like it's just a cramp, right, Jack?
Yeah, it does appear that way. Nothing too serious.
Fun fact, Jack, I have never actually gotten a cramp. I don't know. I'm going to knock on wood there. I don't know what it is. I hear all about it. I'm an athlete myself, but I've never had a cramp. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's something with my body, but for some reason it just doesn't happen to me. Does that happen to you?
It does. It has happened to me, and I got to tell you, cramps are painful, and that feeling, especially when it's in the lower part of your body and you got to walk on a cramp,
it
just feels like that muscle is going to pull at any second.
Our good friend Sam Klacka was the king of cramps.
King of cramps.
When a big game comes up in the fourth quarter, he likes to have a cramp just about then, right?
Create a little bit of drama in the end of the game.
Always. First
do.
and 10 here for Darien at the 28-yard line. I think it's second and 10, actually. He's going to run it out there to Levine. He's going to get a nice gain of about 4 yards. He's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, and I would love to see for the Staples defense, maybe see them get a stop here. I would guess Darien's going to go for it and just try to limit the points. Greater the margin, the better morale for the team.
For sure, never want to let those points. It says it's second down, but it's third down here. Third and about 6 yards here. The Blue Wave. Francese's going to get back. He's going to put out Levine in motion.
And they
get
get
some pressure. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's God! What a hit! Jesus! Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no! Justin Hulke looks hurt after he made that big hit. There's going to be a flag. It looks like it's going to be a personal foul. But what's more important is Hulke looks to be slow to get up here.
And I think that might have been a little head-to-head contact.
Not what you want to see there.
The flags probably signify targeting, but
yeah, Hulke made. Oh no!
Wow.
He's played too good of a game for this to happen. No.
And just not what you want to see if you're the Wreckers here.
Oh.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah, Justin Hulke, great kid, great athlete. Definitely don't want to see him be hurt here, as some Staples guys are taking a knee around him.
Yeah, and they're going to kind of clear off the field a little bit, give him some.
No. He gets up. Nice. What up, Jut? Love to see it.
Oh yeah. And
he's going to walk off the field under his own power. Clap it up for him. What a performance by this kid today. Just a dog, Justin Hulke is.
Just a trooper, and
that was a shot he put on him. That was definitely a flag, which it was. It's going to be a Darien first down at about the 12-yard line.
And did he maybe get ejected from the game, Mason?
I doubt it. I think he's just hurt, Jack.
But I did see the flag, so maybe that's targeting.
It's going to be a personal foul or targeting.
Yeah,
it will be. It's going to be.
What's the rules for targeting in
I don't know. I don't know if there is targeting, but I don't know if he'll be ejected for that one. Looks like he wasn't trying to do anything bad with that one. It's going to be a timeout taken by the Wreckers with about 3 minutes to go here.
Yeah, and I think they're just going to want to regroup. Maybe a little shaken by the threat of Justin Hulke potentially being injured, but looks like he's okay. And Maddie's going to talk to his guys, get him to keep going. And, as this clock winds down under 2 minutes, the Wreckers are continuing domination, and it's looking like we got a record up on our hands over here at WWPT 90.3 FM.
Couldn't have said it better, Jack. Great all-around performance by the Wreckers, from coaching, from defense, to special teams, to Nick Wall in the offense. They just played an amazing game all around, and it showed out there on the field. They were prepared. They had a great week of practice, as Coach Maddie told me before the game. And it's clearly shown on the field. It's going to be first and 10 at about the 11-yard line for Darien. Maybe get a nice score here, make the game look a little closer than it really was. Here's Jay Francese over in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap. He's looking back. He's going to get tackled, and it's a sack there. Number 52, Harry Fiala, and some good sportsmanship helping him up. Nice sack there from number 52, Harry Fiala. You know, we haven't mentioned him yet today, but he has also had a big year for the Wreckers, leading that defense in the middle linebacker position.
And, you know, I think Harry Fiala is one of the guys that signifies what it means to be a Staples Wrecker. You know, maybe an undersized guy to be an O-lineman, but he really shows out on the O-line.
O-line and middle linebacker. Stud.
Exactly.
Brother Alex Fiala playing football at Fordham.
Great
Here's
guy.
Francesi, second and 15, or about 20 yards here. Francesi, holding. Looks like it's going to be a holding, but there's no call there. He's running around. He's still running around. He looks to find a man. Great throw. He's got a man that looks to be about a first down there. Catch by number 10 for the Darien Blue Wave.
Yeah, and, you know, Mason, as you said, probably a hold there, but, you know, they're kind of just going to let things play out. Maybe.
Definitely looked like a hold, but
yeah, just let the game continue. Let the game come to an end.
It's going to be back at the line of scrimmage there, third and about 10 yards here. A minute and 20 seconds remaining. He's going to hand it off here on third down. Good run out to the outside. He's going to get right about that first down marker. Great push there from the Blue Wave. Put him right about the 1 or 2 yard line. It's going to be a first and goal for the Blue Wave with about getting into those single digits, 55 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and over here on the Darien side of things, you see their fans start to file out. And
I mean, I think we saw that a little bit ago, but definitely more people filing out as well.
Yeah, and just as you look around, just a little empty, you know, maybe a little bit of disappointment.
Yeah, for sure. First and goal, or it's going to be fourth and down here. He's going to be a pitch out to Levine. Chased down by Gavin Meyer. Oh,
Meyer makes a great play.
Oh, he won a dog.
And
he's hyped up. Gavin Meyer. Wow. He is the star of this defense. Turnover on downs. The Wreckers will take this one. They're going to bring out Nick Weil for a little knee action. What a win by the Wreckers. Another play on defense by number 34, Gavin Meyer.
Yeah, and once again, you see Meyer do his signature flex. And Meyer just loves to do that move. And, you know, once again, we were talking about the Meyer grandparents.
I mean, if I looked like Meyer and I had that body, I'd be flexing all over the place, too.
100%.
Jack's kid, for sure.
Yeah. Guys like us could only wish to look like a guy like that. Am I right, Mason?
Nothing wrong about that, Jack.
And, you know, Gavin Meyer, great kid, great player.
You know, only first year really starting this year. And I think he's been one of the best players on this team. He leads the team in sacks before this, up there in tackles with about, and he's just been a leader out there. You know,
yeah.
He's on that. He plays basketball as well. Just a great kid.
Mason, you talk about things like leadership. You talk about there's 4 captains on the football team.
We talk about, but Gavin Meyer's a senior leader. You know,
he doesn't need the C on his chest to lead this team, especially this big defense. And
yep.
I love what I'm seeing here.
Senior leadership, really important, as you know yourself, Jack, a senior leader in baseball and basketball. So you know how important that is.
Yeah, you know, you got the captains always doing their job, but having guys that are seniors that continue to extend that leadership beyond just the captains is exactly what you need to be a good player-led team. It's exactly what the Staples Wreckers are here today.
Harry Fiala is being walked up by a trainer there. Something to monitor as this week ends, as next week comes.
Yeah, definitely not something you want to see here for the Wreckers.
Weil takes a knee, and that is going to be, I think they're going to have to knee one more time here. Just a great win by the Wreckers today. 31-6 is your final. I mean, I'm very pleased to see this performance by the Wreckers.
And Mason, for some reason, all that's on my mind right now is, do you think Mickey Ross could make a kick from that place on the field?
From the 1 yard line, their own 1 yard line, you know, Jack, I wouldn't put it past Mickey. I don't know if he can make an 110-yard field goal, but you never know with Mickey Ross.
You really never know. And you know, maybe he could, maybe he couldn't, but I'm never gonna say no. Never say never.
Never say never with Mickey Boone. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you know,
a few seconds remaining here. Staples will look to just kneel the ball again. I mean, there can't be, and you can't say enough about just the way that the Wreckers came into Darien, an away game, a really tough away game, playing against a higher seeded team than them, and they come in poised and just absolutely dominate on all fronts. And I mean, this Wrecker team looks like one of the hottest teams in the state right now. Looks like one of the best and the hottest team in the state. They're going to run this last play right here. Hopefully it's not a safety. Chaz Darby brings it out of the end zone, and we'll just fall down at the 1-yard line here. That will do it today, I believe. And Staples, look at them on the sideline getting hype, led by none other than student manager Samuel DiGiovanni. And that's going to do it for us today. Great game by the Wreckers. Jack, thank you so much for joining me today. That's all we have today.
Mason.
On WWPT 90.3 FM.
And it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Staples.